Imagine this. It's 2016. You're a parent sitting in your living room. Your toddler is on the sofa next to you, tablet in hand, watching something on YouTube. You're only half paying attention. And then you hear it. Baby shark do 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 do. Cute, simple, fine. Your kid laughs, wants to watch it again. Sure, you think. One more time. One more time becomes 5 times. 5 becomes 20. By the end of the day, the song is played so many times that you're hearing it when the tablet is off. In the shower, while making dinner, lying in bed trying to sleep. Do 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 do. A week later, you're at the grocery store, completely alone. No tablet, no toddler, no reason. And you realize you're humming it out loud in the cereal aisle. You didn't download this song. You didn't choose it. You didn't even really like it. But somehow, it's living inside your brain right now. Believe it or not, that simple children's tune, 5 words with a whole lot of doo-doos, became the most watched video in the entire history of the internet. Welcome to Believe It or Not, the show where weird is real and the truth is stranger than fiction. I'm your host, Bryan, and today's story is about a song that nobody wrote, a small animation studio in South Korea, and how the most viewed video on YouTube isn't a music superstar or a movie trailer. It's a cartoon about a family of sharks. And the reason it conquered the world is more interesting than you'd think. Here's something most people don't know. Baby Shark wasn't invented in 2016. It wasn't invented at all, really. For decades, and possibly longer, it was a campfire song, the kind passed from summer camp counselors to campers, taught with hand gestures, slightly different every time depending on who was leading it. Make your hands into shark jaws, clap on the beat, sing it louder on the chorus. Nobody owned the song, nobody copyrighted it. It just existed, floating through generations of summer camps and kindergartens, changing a little each time it moved from one group to the next. It was folk music, accidental, communal, forgotten by most people the moment camp ended. And then, the internet found it. In 2016, a South Korean education company called Pinkfong released their version. They didn't reinvent the song. They kept the same simple melody, the same basic structure, but they added something that changed everything. A bright, colorful music video with a simple dance routine that even a 2-year-old could follow. Baby shark, chomp chomp. Mommy shark, chomp chomp. The repetition was relentless. By design. Short phrases, instant memorization, the hook returning every few seconds. Kids watched it once and immediately needed to watch it again. Then their siblings watched it. Then their parents, trying to figure out what the noise was. Then their grandparents, sent the links by confused children. The video spread across languages, across countries, across continents. Pinkfong translated it into dozens of versions. It didn't matter. Even kids who didn't speak Korean or English watched the original because the song didn't really need words to work. By 2020, Baby Shark had crossed a threshold nobody had ever crossed before. It became the most viewed video in YouTube history, surpassing Despacito, surpassing music videos by the biggest pop stars in the world, surpassing everything. The view count kept climbing, past 10 billion, then 12 billion, then higher. To put that into perspective, the entire population of Earth is about 8 billion people. The Baby Shark video has been watched more times than there are humans alive. It generated a TV show, a live concert tour, merchandise in every major retailer on Earth, a partnership with a Korean baseball team that adopted it as their walk-up song, leading to an entire stadium full of adults doing the shark hand gesture every time their team scored. A campfire song from nobody's summer camp became a multi-billion-dollar global franchise. Here's the thing about Baby Shark that nobody really wants to admit. It works. Not despite being simple, but because of it. Short phrases that repeat. A melody that resolves satisfyingly every few seconds. Physical movements that make you feel part of something. An age range that starts at infants and somehow, embarrassingly, exceeds much further than that. It was engineered, accidentally at first, then very deliberately, to be impossible to forget. And there's actually a lesson in that, beyond the obvious one about catchy songs. The things that spread the farthest in this world aren't usually the most complicated. They're the ones that are the easiest to share, easiest to pass along, easiest to do together. Simple isn't the same as shallow. Sometimes, simple is the hardest thing to get right. Believe it or not. Now, here are a few believe it or not facts I found while researching the podcast. Believe it or not, Baby Shark has over 13 billion views on YouTube, making it the most watched video in the history of the platform, by a massive margin. The second most viewed video has roughly half as many views. Baby Shark didn't just win, it lapped the competition. Believe it or not, the song predates YouTube by decades. Versions of Baby Shark have been documented at summer camps going back to at least the 1970s, and possibly much earlier. The most viral song in internet history is technically an anonymous folk song older than the internet itself. Believe it or not, scientists have an actual name for songs that get stuck in your head. Earworms. Research shows that earworms tend to share specific features. Simple repeating melody, a gap that your brain wants to fill in, and tempo close to your resting heart rate. Baby Shark hits every single one of these triggers on purpose. I remember that South Korean baseball team, the Samsung Lions, who adopted the Baby Shark as their walk-up song? Well, believe it or not, it worked so well that fans started doing the hand gestures during every home run. A children's campfire song became the rallying cry of a professional sports franchise. Believe it or not, Pinkfong, the small South Korean company that made the video, was relatively unknown before 2016. Baby Shark turned them into a global entertainment company worth hundreds of millions of dollars. One video, one song nobody owned, an entire company transformed overnight. Believe it or not, Baby Shark has been officially translated and released in over a dozen languages, but the original Korean English version remains the most watched. People all over the world watched a video in a language they didn't speak and learned the words anyway. The do-do-do-do-do-do-do's are universal. Now here's today's big question of the podcast. Baby Shark wasn't written by a genius. It wasn't produced by the world's biggest record label. Nobody planned for it to take over the world. It just fit. So here's the question. What makes something truly spread? Is it quality? Is it timing? Is it simplicity? Or is it something harder to define? Something that just clicks with humans and the way the human mind works, without anyone fully understanding why. If you're enjoying Believe It or Not, follow or subscribe wherever you listen, and share this episode with someone who has baby shark stuck in their head, which statistically is probably most people you know. Sorry about that. Next time on Believe It or Not, it's 1948. A wildlife officer in Idaho has a problem. Beavers are disappearing from parts of the wilderness, and the rivers and forests need them back. The terrain is rugged. Roads don't reach. Trucks can't get through. So someone asks the question, what if we drop them from an airplane? Not a joke, not a drill. They actually did it. Beavers, parachutes, wooden crates, falling from the sky into the Idaho wilderness. And somehow, miraculously, it worked. The true, completely real story of Operation Beaver Drop. You won't want to miss it. But before we go, here's a little shark joke for you. What did the shark say when he ate a clownfish? Well, this tastes a little funny. Until next time, keep wondering, keep learning, and remember, sometimes the truth is weirder than fiction.